Hey, so looking at the siding up here, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to get, like, I don't know if you can see it, but right between there, that needs to get scraped and painted. It looks like that paint's about to flake right off. You can already see through big cracks in it. That board needs to get replaced right there next to the shutter by the front door. Yeah, guys, this just looks really bad. This is the curb appeal. Like all this paint is coming right off on this. Like, that's really bad, guys. This front needs to look good. And this is like the first impression. The rest of the siding, at least on the front, is not that bad. But man, we got to do something about this. Even if we need to replace those, like these ones, that one down here, that looks pretty bad. But I'd say definitely the ones in the middle. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have panels that have problems. Same thing here, about 4 panels up. That looks pretty bad. Guys, look at this. All these nails, pops. I don't know what. Those all need to get, maybe you're still planning on coming back and doing those, but those need to get done. This is on the left side when you're facing the front of the house. Back door of the garage still needs to get painted. Same back door to the lower level of the house needs to get painted. This is to the left of that back door. That there, big crack in the paint. My guess is you're already planning on doing this, but this area that you patched back on the deck needs to be painted. Need to make sure this gate opens and closes. All right, guys, this patch, right when you walk into the front by that vent, looks pretty bad. Guys, like I mentioned in the last video, these don't open and close right. They hit. You can adjust those so they're not hitting each other. I mentioned that in the last list I sent you to. This is right when you walk down these stairs. Definitely stairs look better carpeted, for sure. This wall right here though, it's weird. What you need to do is like sand this down, smooth this out. I can't even hardly slide my hand on this. And then it's all nice and smooth here, and then that's all. So that needs to get fixed. I just want to point this out. I've seen it in a number of places around the house. It's not a huge deal, but that's pretty sloppy paint work. And I know I've seen your work before, man, and it's usually pretty good when it comes to paint. The inside door needs to be painted again too. Yeah, this texture in here is I don't know if you're I don't know what was going on in here, but it doesn't match the texture at all. But if you even went back and just sanded it down and then painted it again, it might be all right. But it definitely don't. I mean, you know what I mean. When I say sand it down, I don't mean sand it flat, but like, you hear that? I mean, this is what it sounds like here. That's what it sounds like there. Like this is I don't know. Maybe you're planning on going over this again, and that paint needs to be painted again too. Like this is another right under. Like that's pretty not the greatest patch job right there. That's right underneath that window in that room in the lower level. Nate, man, I'm just like I've seen you do better stuff. Like that, you just kept packing grout instead of scraping out the wrong color grout. You just packed a ton of grout on top of that. It's like these lines are, decently nice and tight, but you look right there's gaps in that. That line's tight, but then you get over here and it's like this massive, it just doesn't look like the rest of it. So I think we need to get back look over that again and take care of that.
Like this.
So these caulk areas that you guys went back over, is there light in there? Shall we turn on the light back in there? Like the areas you guys went over with caulk, you didn't paint again. Look, it looks really sloppy. So that area, this is going down into the basement, but anywhere that you guys did that where you didn't paint over it, I'd appreciate it if you painted over the caulk. Yeah, like all these caulk holes, they just look, I mean, come on, guys. Like, this is like, in Bethany said you guys said you were done. That would have felt way better if you had said you weren't quite done. This is in the upstairs bathroom. All the joints on the trim are not looking super. If you could go back over those and touch some of those up with paint, that would be awesome. Examples. Look at that, guys. We were asking someone to pay $300,000 for this house. We need to give them a $300,000 house. Yeah, and like this texture again, same thing. Something's got to be done about this. I don't know what this is. It's like sandy. I'm not sure what texture you guys used. But I've matched this texture before perfectly. And I've never seen it turn out grainy like this. It's really just super, it's rough. It's like literally like sandpaper. I'm not sure what it is, but that needs to get fixed.